Okay, picture this. You are dead. Like, you're dead. You've been dead for a while now. But you are living a new life as a Grim Reaper. And not only are you living a new life as a Grim Reaper, you also have a soulmate. You all actually share a soul tie, like a real soul tie, not like the ones that we talk about. But you actually do share a soul tie. This came from the previous book, which, if you want to know why, you can read it and they'll tell you why they have a soul tie. In this book, it starts with you seeing this person who says that he is God. And you're confused because you're like, who's God? What God? My God? What? No, who is this man? Get him out of here. But then he does something to your husband, who is your soul tie, that has him falling to his knees and weak. And not only does he do something to him, he also does something to the board members who you were meeting with. Because not only are you a Grim Reaper, you are the lawyer for other Grim Reapers. This book is, I was waiting for this book to come out, right? Because the first one was really, really good. I highly suggest you read the first one before you read this one. But I will say, I I didn't like the main character this time. Like, I felt like she was just doing too fucking much. But I remember that I liked her in the first book, okay? So in this book, she, one, again, doesn't listen. Two, is very outspoken, which I love. But three, if you are in danger, girl, just follow directions, which is something that she didn't do. But I guess since she's already dead, it really wouldn't make a difference. So in this book, what ends up happening is I'm just going to say it, there is a god and a goddess. So the god has been inside this goddess because he was destructive. And because the goddess has gotten weaker, because she has been running what we call Eden, she now has allowed him to go and be out into the world. And so when he comes back, he is vengeful because all he wants is for her to be with him. He doesn't care about her little minions who are the humans. He doesn't care about any of that. He just wants her, and he wants her to show him the attention that she didn't before when she made humanity. So the premise of this book is them trying to figure out what he is going to do so they do not have to try to save humanity, because she, who is the goddess, is so powerful because all of the angels sacrifice themselves in order for her to contain him inside of her. Crazy story. So she never told a soul. She never said anything to anybody. So everybody is like, what is happening right now? So he's doing a lot of hijinks, drama, a lot of things that don't make any sense to anybody else, but they make sense to her because she knows exactly who he is as a person. So while all these things are going on, the god realizes that he is going to get to this goddess by taking away everything that she loves. She loves the main character. That is one of her very good best friends. And so what he does is he makes it so that way she, the main character, and her soul tie husband don't recognize each other. So this god wants to get the goddess back. And the way he does this, the way he goes about this is he decides that he is going to go after the thing that she loves the most, which is this main character. And when he does that, he puts out a heavenly bomb. And what happens is that bomb disrupts the love that she has for her soul tie husband. She doesn't recognize him. Her soul recognizes him, but she has no idea who he is. So when they meet, all of that time that they've met, they've connected, they've become one, is no longer a part of their memory. But their bodies recognize each other. So they now have to live with each other. They now have to do things together to try to make them regain their memory. While all of this is happening, this god is still going around creating chaos all over the world and in Eden. But there is something that happens that is big. And because of this, the main character has to sacrifice herself and go to hell to get something that this god wants. And there's no one else that can do it but her. Now, when this happens, she decides that she's not going to tell her husband, her soul tie husband, because she knows that if she does, he will follow her. And if that happens, he will die. Like, actually die. Even though he is a Grim Reaper, his soul will be no more. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all what happens, but I will say that a sacrifice was made. I also will say that love was restored, but I will also say that it was a really beautiful example of how the soul works and how one soul can recognize another soul, even if they can't really put their finger on why they recognize it, but they just know, like, I knew this person in a past life. So if you are looking for a good book, I'm going to put it here. If you're looking for a book with a badass main character who doesn't take no shit, there's a part in this book where she gave the business to someone in the Eden space, which was like, yes, yes, give him the business. And she knew that she was that girl. And also, if you're looking for a love story that transcends everything, time, space, this is what this love story is. Definitely read the first one. I think that if you read the first one, then read this one, you'll see how everything comes together because it's a really beautiful love story. It is on Kindle Unlimited. The first one is as well. I believe it still is, but definitely read the first one first and then get to the second one because the story will flow much better.